It's going to be rough. Unfortunately, looks like Codcaster is going to be not happening this time. Not a huge deal. We'll still get a good idea of what's going on, but yeah, tough opportunity for Pot of Gold, but it's never going to be easy to find one of these cups.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, without Codcaster, I don't know if I know what's going on. I'm not sure which team's which. I'm not sure who's on time. All I know is there's trades going back and forth, and we're tied at 12 points apiece.
This should for sure. Green is Pot of Gold, or apologies, red is Pot of Gold, blue is OMiT. So that at least will be consistent. So we can tell who's in the lead, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. I mean, initial fights on P1 are nice and all, but it looks like Pot of Gold, they've got a good setup for P2. Do get a couple early positions. Good kills from Shefu are good for the moment. Sovereign trades one back onto him. The back of this hill still very much in control here. That time starts to tick, but it's tough to get time on this P2 with such an open courtyard.
Yeah, it really is, and you know we're starting to see sort of what Pot of Gold has put together for this OMiT Brooklyn team. Currently just a 10-ish point lead and 13 points if you want to get technical about it, but OMiT Brooklyn doing their best to fight back, bounce back, get back in this game, and that's exactly what they're doing. Not even down and out, really. P3 about to pop. Just a little bit more waiting for this player here. Can't even see the names, man. This is rough.
A little tough, that's for sure. Shefu looking to make something happen here towards this P3. Opportunity with his team on the P4 side. Try to get something going. You've got to hold this space on the P4 side during these P3s. They're so difficult to retake on that P4. That space is so important, even more important than a ton of time on. And it's a great play towards the hill. Plex able to grab one. Shefu gets a great trade there, but just not enough to flip it for an extended period. It's OMiT taking the lead. Still very thin margins between these two teams so far.
Yeah, you know, Pot of Gold doing a great job at keeping this game tight, and OMiT doing the exact same thing. However, OMiT is set up for this P4. That's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big win out of someone. But yeah, it's absolutely unreal. OMiT does manage to snag these P4 spawns. Pot of Gold does have a little bit of time to play with, but in the background you have Lieb gonna pick up that 2-piece. Does finally get traded out by Skill. Skill is gonna start to work this backside. That's 2 players for OMiT Brooklyn, I believe, gonna fall. Just this last man standing on this objective. Big wins, but the trades are in from Shefu. And once again, this time goes blue. OMiT Brooklyn continue to collect.
Good opportunities. They still have that back end more than in control. Opportunity given and one taken, but it's a little bit too late towards the end of this hill. They're going to have to find a way back over to P1. Shefu, that got a little dangerous, but still is able to find it nonetheless as we head back to P1. End of the first reset. Good 20-point lead for OMiT, but not near as large as we see when OMiT plays a lot of the other teams. Pot of Gold, they're staying in a great way right now to keep this series alive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing. Time starting to slip away from them here as OMiT hop on to this P1. Big wins there, trades back and forth. I believe, the OMiT does continue to collect that time, and Sovereign is going to be able to find one. Shefu finds another. And yeah, it's just, once again, it's a game of trades right now. Shefu going to be able to find a third. My brain is struggling.
Yeah,
to
my brain is
wrap
melting
around
a little as well. I'm not going to lie. Secret gets taken down there. Still an opportunity on this hill. Plenty of time in this hard point to go. We're going to get to a third rotation almost certainly at this point. The play in through the front end will get completely shut down by Sovereign. That's a great opportunity to get some more time here. Initially, Boyd, and he's got a great overlook. It's going to be the contest. It's not much left. A secret grabs one great trade in there. As Shefu once again continuing to make this happen. He's the one on time. I must have got something wrong. Pot of gold. And Shefu on the time. Somehow they're the ones in the blue. I don't know exactly how I got that wrong, but pot of gold, I mean, they're putting up a fantastic first offensive on this second rotation. They got a nice little lead on their hands.
Yeah, they are doing absolutely great work here against OMiT Brooklyn. I was gonna say, last time I checked, Shefu was not on OMiT Brooklyn, and he's been killing it right now. Currently a 50-point lead, or just shy of a 50-point lead, going into our second P3 here. And like we said, if Pot of Gold can keep this pace, if they can keep this intensity, they do have a fairly substantial chance of taking this series. Collecting more time on this P3. Shefu going to be able to find one, continues to collect this time, tucked away. Teammates looking over him, not going to be able to find anything. The time is starting to go towards the side of OMiT Brooklyn, but still that 50-point lead in check, and P4 spawns attained for Pot of Gold at this time. OMiT Brooklyn going to do their best to change that, be the thorn in the side of Pot of Gold, and its trades going back and forth. Big wins for the side of Pot of Gold. Time being collected, spawns no longer in hand. However, they do have a fairly comfortable lead right now to break this P4. We saw it once. Are we going to get to see it again from Pot of Gold?
Yeah, they've got a 60-point lead. Even in the absolute worst case scenario where this doesn't go their way entirely, it'll be a tie game, as OMiT, they're doing a good job at holding on to the space. They can't do much more than they've already been doing. I mean, they've got a great lockdown on this P4.
Plus, Skill going to be able to find another one. Skill popping a 3-piece to shut that push down from Pot of Gold. However, in the background, we're going to see Boyd going to be able to find Sovereign out of that top art. Trades going down on the time, and Pot of Gold have broken in for what looks like free. Not sure what happened there. Bit of a breakdown from the side of OMiT Brooklyn. I have no idea where they're coming from because we cannot see through walls because we're spectating, but great play nonetheless. Shefu trying to get in, get active, find some shots into this player, and Hookah doesn't manage to find the kill. Absolutely beautiful from him. He's through. He's going to be the thorn in the side for OMiT Brooklyn. Time once again going the way of Pot of Gold. This lead continues to grow. 40 points as of now. Can they get any more? It looks like they can. The lead continuing to grow until finally OMiT Brooklyn step up and shut it down. Sovereign going to be able to find one there at least. His teammate finds a second. Trades back and forth. Time briefly in the hands of Pot of Gold. Big shots here. Are they going to be able to find this kill? No, they are not. Sovereign is going to be good for 2. Boyd managing to find one, but time going the way of OMiT Brooklyn.
That's tough. The P2 already about to pop 4 seconds, and it's already Pot of Gold that I believe. Oh no, it's apologies, OMiT. It's Plex on that hill already. He's going to be the one to get some early time on this P2, but a wipe up from Shefu will get one, not quite the second. Look at the route, though, through the spawns. They need to get these spawns for the side of Pot of Gold if they want to get a full break on this hill. They don't need one per se. They can just try to keep it gray, keep it mixy, try to get some minor points while they hold out those back spawns, but they'd love to get a great hold under their heels, get a great win on P3. That's where they want to end it right now, and they've got 30 seconds still on this hill. They're in control right now. Shefu still continues to cook and continues to absolutely lay it out. Boyd finds 2 as well. That should be a good amount of this P2. I mean, like I said, they don't need the full hold. They've got them spawning out back still, but they don't need to worry about it too much. They get the points they wanted, and they're going to be about 30 points away from the win heading into this P3.
Yeah, and they're just doing everything right now. Shefu going absolutely huge for the team. Not going to be able to find anything else. Does get shut down on the bit of a pinch here, but a comfortable lead in tow. They can give up all this time and just set up for P4, but that's not what they want to do. They want to end it here. They want to end it with a statement. They want to say, hey, the gods do bleed. OMiT Brooklyn, who were pot of gold. And they are doing just that. 20 seconds remain till pot of gold close out this map one. Bit of a contest there, but trades going back and forth. All in the hands of pot of gold. More time going their way. 15 seconds left till this game is over. Big time being collected now. Every second ever so important. That point gap not closing whatsoever. In fact, the margins are getting larger. Trades going back and forth, but once again, pot of gold in control of this P4. Looking for anything is Boyd up top. Not able to spot anyone, but he does get on time. 11-10 seconds left before OMiT Brooklyn get upset on their favorite map, which is Vault. Big break comes in from OMiT Brooklyn. Shefu here to play upset, find some shots into a player. Black Truck not going to be able to find the kill. Lieb, Skill, and Sovereign, I believe, all just found kills there, shutting that push down for the time being. Not able to find anything is Boyd. He gets cleaned up by that player up top. Art. Shefu getting into position, trying to break this hill. All they need is 4 seconds. They are in the driver's seat, but it is locked down. Skill going to be able to find that player in Shefu, trying to hit the pinch. Big win there out of Boyd. That is going to slow their roll towards this P1. Big shots at a Shefu, not able to find the kill, not able to find anything as he gets shut down in lobby. Trades galore right now. Who is going to grab this initial time? It looks like it's going to be pot of gold, but they get quickly cleaned up, quickly dispatched from the time. Big break there, and that is going to do it. Pot of gold take map 1, 250 to 225.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back in at map 2. Joining a little bit in here, Skill with the 2K will get pot of gold in a little bit of a hole early on here. OMiT, they really want a strong response after a bit of a weak hard point. I mean, I say weak, but that's for OMiT standards. They got 225, but not being able to cross that 250 is a bit of an oddity for them on a respawn. They're going to look to try to put it together here on S&D. Awkward gunfight. Sovereign's going to find it, though, on to Lieb down to Secret in the 1v3. And he's got the bomb on his back, but that's about it for this clutch. That's all he's got. He's just got to find the shots.
He's got intel, too, but playing this dog slow. Good Lord. Currently, I think he's top glass. Yeah, he's just sort of trying to play for a pick or something, but Sovereign too hot to handle, too good. He's got the hot hand and shuts it down. Just beautiful play out of him, finding a 2K as well. Gil and Sovereign doing God's work for their team.
Yeah, really great individual efforts. And I mean, sometimes that's what you need in S&D. I mean, hardpoint, you need your whole team locked in. S&D, you can get away a little bit more with those individual opportunities, but at the end of the day, you've got to have all your players going. You can't expect 2 out of Sovereign and Skill every round, but it's tough. The rest of pot of gold, they've got something to prove. They're up a map. They've got a little bit of a cushion, but they want to make it a full bed that they can lie in. It's going to be a full hit towards this B side from OMiT. They're going to think a little bit twice. Just send one to go hold the flank. See if we're going to grab that first kill on to Skill. Sovereign will get one on a Secret to even up the numbers 3-3, but the low number of players in position here for OMiT could be dangerous. Still down to a 3v3. Awkward gunfight. Sovereign not able to get away with that one, but they can think twice here if they want to go back to A.
Yeah, backtracking definitely an option, but Sovereign going to be able to find that first one on to the... Who was that? On to Secret. Boyd also going to fall, making this a 3v1. No idea where this last player's gone. Shefu does get spotted briefly. Comms have been made. Shefu coming around. Plix is going to be able to clean that one up. And OMiT take a 2-round lead. They look pretty comfortable here. I don't. This being your question mark is kind of a question mark for me.
No, that's fair. I mean, again, it's just that I haven't seen how they perform against a team at Pot of Gold's level. And I mean, so far, they're more than up to the task. A couple rounds in a row, one on offense, one on defense. I mean, it's a great start. You know you can do it on both ends of the play. You just got to keep doing it for the side of OMiT now. Pot of Gold, you've got to throw a wrench in this works or something. You've got an offense round now. You've got an opportunity to set the pace. Sovereign on 4, though, right around the corner from an RCXD. He is right there, but trying to make something happen is just gotta happen soon here for Pot of Gold. You can't afford to go down 3-4 rounds to a team like OMiT.
Speaking of Pot of Gold, I think we're quickly going to go to a listen-in with them, unless I'm mistaken. But yeah, let's see how these comms are flowing after a couple tough rounds.
Oh, there, I didn't try to get third. I tried getting crushed.
The third didn't kill any of us.
Exactly. So then what is Woodman's on about? My 1 kill's on you.
What am I?
You're a real person. You're a real person.
Yo, I'm jogged, bro.
Alright, reset. Like if we go down 0-4, it's not winnable, but 0-3, it's winnable.
Yeah.
Like 0-4 though, like the pro. My 1 kill's on you.
Yeah, 0-4. They're done.
Nothing low.
One-hit tickets.
Probably hitting B. They love hitting B, bro. Nate loves playing slow outer, bro.
Only hit B.
Come B.
Oh my god, I'm coming our side. You guys.
I love hearing that out of Pot of Gold. They got a strong strategy heading into this round. And I mean, I agree with what they said. 0-3, it's still winnable if you get a couple in a row, but 0-4, I mean, it really gets to be a big hole. And against a team like OMiT, I know I say it time in, time out, you can't afford to put yourself in a hole because they will bury you. Skill. You're gonna grab the first one of the round. Sovereign with a great kill there, and now OMiT, they're playing strong in towards this B exactly like Pot of Gold predicted. But it just felt like they were one step behind on the gunfight department.
No, I completely agree. And skill just going absolutely hot. 5-1. Sovereign 6-0. Nate and Clicks off to a bit of slower starts, but not to say that they're doing anything wrong. They're just not really able to get anything going because their teammates are finding anything. Pot of Gold once again all fall. Yeah, just OMiT looking confident, looking comfortable, just doing everything they can to bounce back.
I mean, you know something's going right when it's the end of round 4 and one of your players hasn't died yet. 7-0 is Sovereign right now, an unreal start to an S&D. And heading into this round, I mean, let's take a listen in with OMiT and see just how this success is created.
I hate orphans. I'll literally kill this fat fuck. I'm not even trolling. In the game, of course.
No
Okay,
way.
try.
I got naded. I should have killed that first guy, bro. Fuck.
All good, bro.
Damn.
You shot me once and I died, bro. Awful game.
Oh.
I actually win, I promise.
Damn.
What is that laugh?
I don't know, but he got.
Go B, bro.
So bad at COD.
Brother, I'm not associating with orphans, bro. Just go B.
I see why you didn't get any offers for the LCQ, Nate.
Did you guys work up outer or no?
I do. No one does. I always work up the outer.
And you're
Okay.
broke. Not to mention, you're a homosexual.
They broke the fucking ticket door.
Front door, yeah.
I got her. I'm working outer real quick.
Front doors are open. Leap could be in the left corner.
Tough opportunity, one way or another. OMiT. I mean, they for once have something to prove. They're the team that aren't the reigning champions, and they're down a map, and they are playing great. A round from Pot of Gold is exactly what they needed. The question is, can they respond quickly? Boyd able to grab that first pick up there for Pot of Gold, trying to make something happen, trying to get a couple rounds in a row here to get some momentum building. The Sovereign position, trying to make something happen here. First death of the game for him was the first round his team lost. I mean, that's what you call a pillar, as Plex. See just how paranoid this OMiT side is about a flank. Nate, surely he doesn't get away with this plant secret. Will be able to shut down Sovereign. He gets a little over aggressive, I think. The bomb plant will come through. Dangerous situation, though, as 2 players left, and they're getting absolutely crunched. As Lieb grabs 1, Nate will find double trade. It would have to be a 1v4 from him to find this round for OMiT.
Yeah, Nate in a bit of a tough situation here. 2 players now on site. Secret opting to rotate out. Nate gets a good timing. Does manage to find that one on the
little
Secret
time,
there.
I think.
Secret is on the bomb. And yeah, Nate just absolutely beautiful out of him. Great work. Holy, I don't even know what to say.
And it's a 1v4. What else is there to say? It's just an absolute lights out performance. The first couple, a great trade off of the play from his teammates. But, I mean, I think if you're OMiT there, you can't afford to let that bomb plant go down. That's the only reason that round was anywhere near as hard. Or apologies, I did that the wrong way. Pot of gold, you can't let that bomb go down there. I mean, it just made the round that much harder, even in the 1v2 that you were in. It would have been so much easier if you could just go hold hands and go head into them, but gets so much harder once that bomb goes down. You start separating, you start thinking a little bit too much sometimes. It's going to be a fast hit in towards this B side. Try to get something back in the wings here for Pot of Gold. Even not even winning this map, but getting a couple rounds on the board and get some momentum back heading into the control. But Sovereign doesn't want to let anything happen. Nate grabs 1 trade in from Secret Skill. Great timing to grab that retrade. And there we go, OMiT. They get a fantastic response after dropping the hard point.
Yeah, a 6-1 is...
It's going to make the next red card a do or die if you lose this one for the side of Pot of Gold as we get right into it.
Yeah, OMiT coming out hot, finding the opening 3, but Lieb is trying to do his best, trying to lock things down here on this A point. Does spot this player up from OMiT Brooklyn. Beautiful shots out of Lieb. Nate and Skill, however, going to combine to stop that A point. Skill going to find a couple in the background. Currently sitting 4-1, Plix 0-1, 1-1 out of Nate, and Sovereign 3-1. There is some presence over at this B point. Big win there from Lieb. B completely busted wide open. The deep spawns are coming in from OMiT Brooklyn. That's a big read, but that's an even bigger nade. And Secret is going to fall to the exploding van. Boyd is going to be able to win that one onto Skill. However, B progress still being made. Lead running it down, trying to get in the back line. Is able to find one, not going to be able to find much else. B progress has been halted. No ticks on A so far, 1.5 on B. Expect that half to be cleared off. However, Pot of Gold still lurking in the area, are able to pop on that time. Skill able to find some shots, manages to find the first. Second tick of progress has been achieved on B. Looking for the third is Pot of Gold. B has been secured. That time extension ever so huge, 15-15, and just the 8 point remain. A few players coming off respawn for the side of OMiT Brooklyn. This A point is about to start flying as the stack comes in. 2 players locking things down on this A point. The hit from Top Cat is in. However, 2 ticks have been achieved, but that is going to be a clean 4 dead, I believe, for the side of OMiT Brooklyn. Big gunfight here from Chef, who currently 3-3. Spots that player up top. Cat stuns, nades, the whole kitchen sink, if he had it, would be thrown at him. Secret going to be able to find one onto Sovereign. Nate going to be good for a couple. Going to find Lieb and Boyd. Player lurking up top is going to be Nate, and he gets cleaned up. Skill and Secret. Skill just doing absolutely everything right now. Sitting at 12-4. Plix 2-5. Nate 3-7. Not exactly what we're expecting out of them, but Plix gonna be able to find Boyd in his spawn, sniffs him out like a bloodhound. 4-10 is the life count. 5 ticks achieved for the side of Pot of Gold, so that is a good look. Shifu going to be able to find that one in the background. Nate going to be able to shut Lead down, and Shifu falls. OMiT fairly comfortably take that first round.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you there. I think that was far from comfortable for OMiT. I mean, the whole round just completely depended on that last hit in towards A right at the end. I mean, any round where you give up B is far from clean as far as control on this map of all things. But I mean, great lock-in at the end from OMiT Brooklyn. They needed to find a near instant break with 2 ticks already gone, and they did exactly that. So it's tough to get back from that position. I mean, to Pot of Gold's credit, 5 ticks on an offense vault round is great to find. And OMiT, I mean, they're going to have to find an equal or higher number of ticks if they want that round 5 decision. This early fights, OMiT are up 1 life, and they're able to get this first tick locked in. Looking now, potentially in the back lines. Great initial kill from Lieb, looking to try to make something happen in the back. Needs to stay alive, cleans out a second one. Lieb is on an absolute mission right now in the back lines, as Plix having a much better second round than the first, but still, he, unfortunately, since that ace and even before, has been a little quiet this series. Really want him to wake up to try to find this respawn. It's now a play towards the B side. They realize they've cleared out a lot of the presence. I'd love to see a stack up here from OMiT. First tick gone, looking for the second. They've got some initial positionings. Take some good gunfights. They should be able to get the second tick here if they're careful. Will get locked in, looking for number 3. On the doorstep, though, is Pot of Gold. They've got to win some big fights here for Pot of Gold. This B side is already going to go. Skill trying to fight out, trying to find something. Can't get much. Saltburn gets absolutely laid out by Lieb. That's a great recovery from Pot of Gold, similar to what we saw from OMiT in the previous round. This time it's on B instead of A.
Yeah, that was absolutely fabulous, and 3 ticks achieved, but no time extension as of yet. Lives still in the hands of Pot of Gold. 19 to 17 is the life count. There is still some presence at B. Secret gonna shut that player down. Up top, Cat manages to find a second as well. Big breaks coming in from Pot of Gold, shutting it down, not allowing that third tick of progress to come in on either of these sites. They want this to go to time. They don't want to risk the lives. They don't want to risk the ticks. They want it all to come down to time. Big win there from Boyd, and all the presence is over here at A. Nate gonna find some great shots into lead. Boyd, however, trying to play spoiler, does manage to find 2. Not gonna be able to find the third. The third man in does manage to cap that 8-point time extension has been had. 1 minute remaining. 11 to 7 is the life count for Pot of Gold. They just have to win this first set of gunfights. This first 4 dead is going to be huge. Secret going to be able to find Nate off the rip. Skill finding himself in a great position to find some good shots over this B side. Big trophy there is going to stop that nade. Secret going to find Nate in the back end. Big shots back and forth. Plex going to be able to find Secret, making it 5 to 10. 1 respawn remaining for the side of OMiT Brooklyn. Now it is a game of S&D. 9 to 4. Tons of presence up top, Cat, or there was, as they start to fan out and head towards this B point. Nate doing his best to just sort of poke the bear a little bit. Stop the clock for as little time as possible. Skill is going to be able to find 1, but Nate on time is going to be able to find a couple. Plix going to be able to find another. Progress being made at B. Half the tick is gone. Big win there. It is go time, though, and OMiT Brooklyn from behind managed to sneak that one out. An offensive round win. 6 ticks achieved, and Pot of Gold now definitely on the back foot.
And that should not happen. Pot of Gold, you have a great life lead, but you just let them get a little too much space towards that B side, and I mean, a team like OMiT will always punish you for that. And a great play to OMiT's credit. They played good. They won some really hard gunfights with people bearing in, but it's just the last 2 lives that find them that capture. It's tough to find.
Sovereign off the rip is not going to be able to find much. Finds some tags with the nade, but Nate going to be able to find 2 in the back. Make it 3 as lives are even. looking for the trade. Nate finds the full wipe. He's starting to get activated in this game 3. OMiT Brooklyn not going silently into the night is what I'm seeing. Nate shutting it down. Big shots out of Sovereign there. Not going to be able to find the kill, but tags him up enough that he is forced to fall back. Nate and Plix going to be able to find a couple. Sovereign and Skill, they all combine for what I call a team ace. That is going to be 4 dead in the feed once again. 1 kill coming in from each player. Skill going to be able to find another. Nate finds another one. Plix finds another. All down to Sovereign for a follow-up team ace. Not going to be able to find it. Lieb going to be able to find Plix. Finally, a little bit of progress for the side of Pot of Gold. They have been stagnant. 18 to 25 is the current life count.
Nate is on a 9 spree right now. He was 6 and 15 before he started this streak, and he is feeling it right now. This is what OMiT needed, and this is the kind of game we've come to expect from them. They are playing so well right now. Nate hits 10 in a row. I mean, any member of this OMiT team can turn it on at a moment's notice. I mean, with the Hellstorm, this round should be quite literally impossible to get that B side, but OMiT, I mean, they're up 9 lives, mostly off the back of that 10 spree from Nate. They're going to look to shut this one down quick. 1.7 on the clock and make it 9.7. What a round from OMiT. That